child bride is usually not asked of her consent in terms of entering into marriage. In most cases din, if the groom is also very young, hindi rin siya tinatanong.
Diyan na rin nagsisimula kung bakit nagkakaroon ng violence against women. Kasi kung batang-bata pa yung babae, siguradong batang-bata rin yung lalaki. So kapwa sila hindi handa kung ano ba talaga ang role ng bawat isa para magkaroon ng matatag na pamilya.
Ang child early and forced marriage ay isang malaking problema, lalo na sa Bangsamoro, dahil dumadami yung mga teenage mothers.
Ang Pilipinas ay isa sa mga bansang kinikilala dahil sa pagpapahalaga nito sa gender equality at women's empowerment. Isa sa mga nakaambag dito ay ang mga batas na nagpapalawig ng kaisipang ang lahat ay pantay-pantay at mga batas na pumoprotekta sa karapatan ng kababaihan.
The Philippines is often cited for its landmark laws protecting women and children, including Women in Nation Building Act, the Magna Carta of Women. Recently, just 5 years ago, the Congress enacted the Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Care Act. There are international instruments which contribute to this enabling policy environment. We are signatory to several of these international instruments, including the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. We are signatory to the Convention on the Rights of the Child.
Sa kabila nito, marami pa rin sa mga kababaihan at kabataan ang nakararanas ng iba't ibang uri ng karahasan.
Violence against women and girls still prevails because of unequal power relations between men and women. There's still a lot of men who think that they have power and control over women, be it sexual, physical, emotional, economic. So it's very important that we continuously educate and raise the consciousness of both women and men with regard to violence against women.
Lingid sa kaalaman ng marami, isa ang child, early, and forced marriages sa mga uri ng karahasan laban sa kababaihan na laganap pa rin sa ating bansa.
Ang child early and forced marriage is a form of violence against women and children, no? And dito sa culture namin, Moros or particularly among Maranaos, it is considered as one of the culturally justified violence against women because it is accepted in our society and it also has a legal basis.
I would like to emphasize is that we have a long way to go in seeing an end to violence against women and girls, and specifically on the problem of child early and forced marriages. This is a problem that to date is not as frequently discussed as other forms of violence. And so on this specific form of violence, we definitely have a lot of work to do in terms of raising awareness, in terms of acknowledging the extent of the problem and the impacts of the problem, not only on individual girls, but also on their families and their communities, and even across generations, because we have heard very powerful stories about how when young girls are forced into early marriages, they are deprived of basically the decision and control over their future.
I think klaro na nagaganap ang maagang pagpapakasal o persahang pagpapakasal sa iba't ibang bahagi ng ating bansa. May mga customary laws sa Pilipinas. Ang isa dyan ay yung Code of Muslim Personal Laws na nag-a-allow sa isang bata na magpakasal even if she's 15 but not below 12. Nananaig na batas na ito ay sumasalungat sa mga commitments natin sa CEDAW at CRC na nagsasabi na dapat 18.
Malaking usapin din ito pagdating sa kanilang health dahil nga pag maagang nag-aasawa, may bearing ito sa kanilang health at doon din sa usapin ng ekonomiya, lalo na sa pamilya dahil mga bata hindi marunong maghanap buhay, so nakasalalay pa rin yung pagpapamilya doon sa mga magulang.
First thing first, with the word force, so it's really a violation of your right as a woman if you are encouraged to be into a forced marriage. And forced marriage may mean that you're still young and that you are not yet prepared for marriage. You see, in marriage, you need to be mentally, emotionally prepared because soon, after the few years of your marriage, you will raise another kid.
Fatwa is, ito yung parang opinion ng mga senior na mga ulama, parang edict in the Christian terminology. Tinignan ng mga ating mga ulama kung ano po ba talaga ang pinaka tamang edad na pwedeng magkaroon ng correct judgment ang lalaki at ang mga babae. Kasi nung bumuo ng fatwa ang ating mga ulama, ay ito hindi lamang binuo ng mga ulama alone. May mga doctors, mga experts, medical experts na inimbita na kailan po talaga maging matured ang pag-iisip ng isang bata na pwede na siyang bumuo ng pamilya. So, there were many experts that were invited. Mga doctors, mga psychologists, at sinabi nila, ayon po sa kanila, ang tamang edad po na pwedeng mag-asawa ang lalaki na parang siya ay buong-buo na, bumuod ng pamilya, ay 20 sa lalaki at 18 sa babae.
In the eyes of Islam, we have to take note that the rights of men are as much as respected as the rights of women. Secondly, when a person has daughters, he is required to take care of the daughters because that will lead him to paradise. In the chapter on women, this chapter 4 of the Quran, entitled Women, Surah An-Nisa, the first verse speaks about reverence to God and reverence to the wombs that bore us. For example, the verse says, وَاتَّقُوا الَّذِي تَسَأَلْنَ بِهِ وَالْأَرْحَامِ. You fear Allah who has created you and also have reverence to the wombs from which you are created, which means that there is always respect for women.
Bilang isang religious leader, tungkulin talaga namin ipaalam sa mamamayan kung ano ba talaga ang sinasabi ng Islam. Unang-una, sinasabi ng Islam ayon sa fatwa na hindi pwedeng pilitin ng isang magulang ang isang babae na kanyang anak na ipakasal kung hindi pa talaga niya gusto. Nandoon po yun sa fatwa. Although walang sinabi ang Islam na edad ng pagpapakasal, pero ayon po sa pag-aaral at pagkakaisa ng ating mga ulama at ang ating mga Muslim na mga doktor, nagkaroon po sila ng conclusion na kailangan pong tingnan ang pangangatawan ng isang batang babae kung kailan siya pwedeng manganak at hindi na maisakripisyo ang kanyang pangangatawan at hindi maisakripisyo ang kalusugan niya at ang kalusugan ng kanyang magiging mga anak.
Bagamat ang karahasan laban sa kababaihan ay nangyayari sa araw-araw, mas nagiging laganap at masalimuot ang problemang ito sa mga krisis kagaya ng kalamidad at panahon ng armed conflict.
Kung may displacement or pagbakwit na nangyayari, mas doon kami nagpapalakas ng kampanya kasi minsan sa loob ng evacuation centers, mas madalas nangyayari yung pag-aasawahan ng mga kabataan dahil nga nagmimix na sila doon sa evacuation center. So madalas sila nagsasama at isang dahilan is yung kultura namin ng mga Bangsamoro na pag nabuntis yung babae, so dapat pakasal agad dahil nga kahihiyan. So yung tinatawag namin na maratabat. So minsan hindi naiisip ng mga magulang din na okay, nasagot yung maratabat mo, pero paano naman yung magiging kinabukasan ng mga anak, lalo na kung hindi handa.
Women and girls in the evacuation center are vulnerable to several types of violence, no? Yung wala silang privacy, even for mothers, walang privacy for breastfeeding.
Patuloy na nagtutulungan ang mga mambabatas, mga sangay ng pamahalaan, at ang civil society upang wakasan ang iba't ibang uri ng karahasang nararanasan ng mga kababaihan at kabataan.
From the beginning, the stand of DOH-ARMM always support the production of quality children from quality family. And quality family starts from a quality decision. We also support the fatwa on family planning and the ITL family in Islam.
For us as legislators, we have to educate our young people. I think the parents should be the first one to really protect their children. And nothing beats education. That's why there is partnership, not just from the parents, but we need also the teachers in school. But you see, we are also promoting nowadays gender equality. We are not just talking about women and girls, but we see our male counterparts as our partners in the advocacy of protecting our women and girls.
One of the missions of our organization, Al-Mujadila Development Foundation, is to protect women, particularly to promote gender justice. And as a part of that, we see yung personal, yung self-determination, yung personal na karapatan ng kababaihan in terms of determining when and whom to marry is a crucial part of advocating na when they choose to marry, sila dapat yung mamili, hindi dapat ibang tao, and it should happen on the right time din.
So I guess it is important for policymakers to understand the issue and to address the issue head on, no? Because if we can eliminate, no, child early and forced marriage, I think we can contribute to the empowerment of women and girls so that they would be able to become successful and can contribute to the development of their communities, families, and the nation as a whole.
Ang creating spaces to take action on violence against women and girls ay isang kampanyang naglalayong labanan ang karahasan laban sa kababaihan at itigil ang child, early, and forced marriages. Kinikilala ng Creating Spaces na ang bawat sektor ng lipunan ay may maiaambag sa paghubog at pagpapatupad ng mga pulisiyang nagtataguyod ng karapatan ng kababaihan sa pagtugon sa mga nakaranas ng karahasan at sa pagbuo ng isang bansang ligtas, mula sa karahasan at kumikilala sa karapatan ng kababaihan.
Yung creating spaces na project, binuo ito siya para ma-minimize yung violence against women and child early marriage. At ang ginagawa namin dito is kung ano yung existing mechanism na meron na sa community, yun na siya yung ini-strengthen namin, pinapalakas siya. At isa sa mga ginagawa namin is yung pagbuo ng support group. Katulad nung mga influencer sa community, like yung sa LGUs, and then yung support group ng religious leaders, support group ng men, at para makasama natin sila doon sa kampanya to end violence against women and child early marriages.
The creating space to take action against violence against women and girls, particularly child early and forced marriage, is a project that aims to decrease the number of the incidents of violence against women and girls here in the Philippines. And our area, Lanao del Sur, is one of the selected partners in terms of the campaign against violence against women and girls, particularly on SIFAM.
Creating Spaces is a project that aims to end violence against women and girls, including the violence of forcing young girls into early marriages. We aim to achieve this through a combined approach of, first of all, building a policy and environment that enables a reduction to violence against women and girls. Also, building at the community level the social norms, the behaviors, the practices that will also make communities themselves be able to reduce violence against women and girls. And lastly, providing the necessary support for women and girls that do experience different forms of violence.
Kung hindi nila matapos yung pag-aaral nila, then sila din naman yung kawawa in the future, then magiging part din sila ng poverty na yun.
Tigilan na yung pag-aabuso sa kanila. Tsaka, hindi porket babae sila, hindi nila kaya gawin yung ibang kaya gawin na lalaki.
Although tradition siya dati, pwede natin itong ibahin ngayon kasi ngayon natin mali-realize, ngayon natin nakikita ano yung mali sa tradition na to.
I'm pretty confident actually na kami po from NCR, since we're coming from organizations, LGUs, NGOs, na ma-echo natin ito.
Mabuhay ka, malaya, pangarap mo ay angkinin. Mabuhay ka, malaya. Kung ikaw ay bihag ng paniniwala at ang salita'y punyal na sumusugat, kung ang pangakong pag-ibig nagbunga ng pasakit, sikapin mong umalpas. Walang dapat magmay-ari sa iyong isip at damdamin. Pangarap mo ay angkinin, babae ka, lumaya. Pangarap mo ay angkinin, babae ka. kay kanlungang ligtas, ang palad mo'y biyaya. Dahil ikaw ang mukha ng kahirapan, putulin mo ang tanikala.